It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Mike Gesicki. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Patriots and the Dolphins on Sunday night.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for tonight. We've got a great Sunday night matchup on. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle ahead, and we're off in week 2. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week: 12 carries, 60 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded at about the 28. Gets past one man. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
To the 43, 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll be taken no problem as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Patriots had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that #1 spot.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Jones into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Elliott
will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Off the play fake. Jones under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Phillips. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal touching, offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that 1st drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that 1st drive. I'll try to do better here. On 2nd down, a run by Oche. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's Jones. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Jones. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now we'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throw again. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a toss right side, A-Chain. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
Well, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
6-0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his pass incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Tua going to throw. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. From the gun, it's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Hill going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That play stopped behind the line by Trey Flowers. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he will have a Dolphins first down. And so signals the referee as they're going to convert by about a yard there on 4th and 5. Big conversion. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, we're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Again, it's A-Chain. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Foreman. is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Pass incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Mostert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Such a long drive.
Defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Stevenson. Fights through it. Has some space here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing, Jones. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick here is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals scores here. It's now 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And this complete to a man they went against in practice for years, Devontae Parker. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. That a short one to Gesicki.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Gesicki as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. Kirk Cousins, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Desmond Ridder, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A-chain on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Tua going to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Foreman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays. He'll try again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dolphin touchdown. Deontay Foreman, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line. Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their 1st possession of half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game. And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. On 2nd down, Elliott looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan.
and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field.
Waddle, the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Now Tua on the bootleg here. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the handoff, it's A-Chain to about the 26 here. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. They'll drop to throw. He's going to push it on the carpet. It's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Following the fumble recovery, Jones, open man is born. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. They run once more with Stevenson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the bootleg, Jones. And that is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open, and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On 2nd and 10, Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll look to throw again. Short pass caught by Henry. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all games. They went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Jones. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Jones. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg, Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Miami set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. On play action, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming out.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Agnew now to return. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Play action. Now it's Tua.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
From midfield, here's Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Tua to throw again. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. On the counter, Elliott. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 6. 1:53 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And his throw here is incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Tua. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Throwing Tua. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. Got the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now all eyes on the Patriots, trailing by a point, 20 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jones. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Dolphins, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it.